Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my reasoning for why I sold some of my Bitcoin into Ethereum. So currently right now, after that move of selling Bitcoin into Ethereum, I currently have majority of my portfolio I currently have majority of my portfolio allocated towards Ethereum. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly why I did that, my reasoning for doing that, and also towards the end of the video, I'm going to talk about a little bit about Bitcoin equivalence. As many of you guys know, this is going to be my one and only crypto cycle where I have 90% of my portfolio in crypto. So I'm really trying to retire from this crypto portfolio. So I really want to up my alpha. And the way to do that is to invest in Ethereum if I want to increase my Bitcoin equivalence. So towards the end of the video, we're going to talk about Bitcoin equivalence and how my mind works when it comes to that. Again, guys, before we get started, I would definitely appreciate it if you guys give me a thumbs up below. I'm really close to hitting partnership, guys. I'm about 50% of the way there. Currently, right now, I don't make any money from YouTube, but as soon as I hit partnership, even making a couple of $100 a month, I would be very grateful, making just the bare minimum on YouTube, just enough to put bread on the table, if you know what I mean. And also, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, I would definitely appreciate it if you guys subscribe to my channel. Almost to 1,000 subscribers, so let's try to get there ASAP, guys. All right, without further ado, let's get started. All right, guys, so right now, I have pulled up the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. Looking at this chart is the reason why I traded my Bitcoin towards Ethereum. Now, I didn't really sell out of the market, quote unquote sell out. I'm still in crypto. I just basically exchanged my Bitcoin to Ethereum. So, I never really touched fiat. I'm not gonna do that until we even hit all-time highs. Basically, guys, so that's my move right now. So look at this chart, guys. We've printed our very first green weekly candle for the first time since really, I'm not gonna count this green candles because that's towards the downward slope, but this last green candle that we have towards an upward slope was August 2020, the week of August 24th, 2020. Right now it's November, and we've finally printed our first green weekly candle. Now, I'm not gonna say that we're just gonna go, straight up to the moon. We could go sideways. We might print a couple of red candles here and there, but I feel like going into Q1 of 2021, I feel like this ratio will start to really skyrocket, guys. And also, one thing I want to show you guys, and then we'll move on to the Bitcoin equivalence, is, look at how much potential we have, guys. As soon as we break this August 2020 highs, there's just so much room to the upside. There's really not much price action between, let's see, this high right here and then all this volume here. So basically, as soon as we pass all this price movement here, December 24th, 18, March 19, all of this movement here, it's gonna be a straight shot to probably these levels, guys. And let me show you guys this measurement of how much potential Ethereum has in terms of moving against Bitcoin. So Ethereum has the potential to move up to 183%, guys, against Bitcoin. So as many of you guys know, 100% returns is basically a 2x. 200% returns is a 3x. So if Ethereum were to reach this all-time high, Ethereum would basically 3x against Bitcoin. So you would have basically tripled your Bitcoin by holding Ethereum. Again, guys, we'll talk about the Bitcoin equivalence later. I have a very cool chart that I want to show you guys. All right, so one more thing I want to show you guys. If we were to breach the all-time Ethereum BTC ratio, that would be almost a 300% returns. Now, obviously, if you don't go all the way up to the wick, it's only 265% returns. But if you were to go all the way up to the highest wick of the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio, we would be at 300%, guys. Now, I'm not sure if we're gonna touch that wick. We'll probably touch that wick for a few days. But yeah, I'm not gonna count on that. But most of my Ethereum that I just bought using my Bitcoin, I'll probably sell most of it at this level right here, which is about 190% plus or minus against Bitcoin. I'll probably sell most of it here. I would say 50% of my Ethereum that I bought using Bitcoin, I'd sell here at this level. And then potentially I'll sell the remaining here. Now, when I mean sell, guys, I'll probably sell into Bitcoin. So when we get to this level, I'm assuming that we're probably not at the peak yet of the crypto market. We probably still have months to go before we peak as soon as we get here. So I'll probably sell 50% of my Ethereum portfolio into Bitcoin. because I'm not ready to sell it into fiat yet. And then once we get here, probably the remaining, well, actually, once we get to this level, it's probably the end of the crypto bull market. So once we get to this level, most likely I'll sell to fiat once we get to this level. Because let me show you guys something. So here is the July 17. This is the July 2017 ETH to BTC ratio. And as you guys see, if you guys remember, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin peaked, well, Bitcoin peaked December 17, and then the alts peaked the first week of January 2018. So if you guys see this, like Ethereum hit this ratio well before the peak. So basically, we were basically 6 months away, 5 months away from the peak, and Ethereum was able to accomplish this ratio here, so much volume here. So imagine if we were just to go to that peak right there of the July 17, that's about a 200% return. That's 3x against your Bitcoin. So if Ethereum were to go here, you would basically 3x your Bitcoin holding Ethereum. So for me, guys, I'm all about Bitcoin equivalence. So let's actually move on to Bitcoin equivalence chart right now. And just to give you guys an example of how I think of Bitcoin equivalence, because for me, the US dollar, I don't really trade cryptocurrencies against the US dollar because that's pointless for me. I know for sure cryptocurrencies will go up against the US dollar. That's already a given. That's like any noob trader will win if they're trading alts against the US dollar for sure. But it's all about ratios between Bitcoin and alts. So that's my mentality, guys. So let me show you guys how I think of Bitcoin equivalence using this Excel spreadsheet. All right, guys, so right here I have my Excel spreadsheet. As many of you guys know, I do want to retire eventually once the cryptocurrency market peaks in the next bull run. I don't know when it's going to be, probably late 2022, early 2023 to be conservative. So this is sort of a table that I made that you guys can use. Again, you guys can plug in whatever number you want to choose, but for me, $12,000 a year is my desired, oh, not monthly income, that's going to be yearly. So my desired yearly income is going to be $12,000 per year. And again, guys, just to remind you, I'm from the US, $12,000 per year is impossible. You guys will basically live in the dumpster. It's impossible, guys, to live on $12,000 a year in the United States, the UK, Australia, Canada. But guys, so the reason why I chose $12,000 a year is because I'm pretty confident that, it's not going to be a good lifestyle, but just a slightly above frugal lifestyle. I can survive on $12,000. I can survive on $12,000 a year in countries like the Philippines, Ukraine, Eastern Europe, Mexico, Latin America, South America. $12,000 a month is going to be just enough for me so I can do YouTube full-time, guys. I'm very dedicated, guys. I want to really grow my YouTube channel and become a YouTube partner full-time and actually make money from YouTube, because right now I don't make any money. All right, guys, without further ado, let's move on to this calculation. So my desired yearly income is $12,000. And for me, I put a conservative ROI of 4%. Now, this ROI is after tax. So, you might get an ROI of 5-6%, but if you add tax to that, it's going to be 4%. So I went ahead and put an after-tax ROI. So my total portfolio value that I need is going to be $300,000 if I want to achieve a $12,000 a year passive income. Now, this $300,000 is going to be after tax. So if you guys, especially most of us will pay crypto taxes eventually once we exchange to fiat. So you guys will probably need a crypto portfolio. Let's see. Let's actually factor in a crypto portfolio. We would need factor in tax. So let's say our tax rate is 0.5%. So let's calculate how much crypto portfolio we need. Factor in the crypto tax rate. Oh, that's wrong. Should be times. Okay, 0.8. It should be 0.85. Sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. So, all right, that's much better. All right, guys. So right here, guys, we have a total crypto portfolio that we need is 352,000, assuming a 15% tax rate. And I put 85% because I put divided by. So we would need a 353,000 crypto portfolio if we want to achieve a $12,000 yearly income. Assuming there's two assumptions here, guys: 4% ROI, which is very conservative, even in traditional markets, and a 15% tax rate. So that's pretty standard in the US. All right, guys, so let's look at an example right now of Bitcoin equivalent. So I put here BTC sell price of 95,000 because, as many of you guys know, I do plan to sell most of my BTC at the $95,000 level. I feel very confident that a $100,000 Bitcoin is very easy to achieve in the next 2, maybe 3 years max. Very confident, but I'm not going to sell it at 100. I don't want to be too greedy. What's $5,000? A lot of people will sell at $100,000 Bitcoin. So there's going to be a lot of sell pressure at 100,000. So I set my sell price at about 95, so slightly below what the mainstream crypto space is trying to sell their Bitcoin at. So 95,000. So in order for me to achieve this portfolio, guys, actually I would need the 352 portfolio. I would need to change this to C8. All right, guys, so wait. All right, guys, so in order for me to achieve this portfolio here, I would need a Bitcoin equivalence of 3.71 in order for me to achieve my goal of $12,000 a year. Now, I just put here an example of a portfolio that you guys can use. So this is sort of a formula where I put the current price right now of the assets. So let's say you have a portfolio where you just have Ethereum and Bitcoin, right, guys? So you put the price here of Ethereum. I'm just going to put roughly 440. It's going to be plus or minus by the time I upload this video. And Bitcoin plus or minus 15,000. Who knows what Bitcoin price is by the time I upload this video. And then you put your number of coins, 40 Ethereum, 1, and then it's going to be multiply that. That's the fair market value. So using this portfolio, guys, assuming you have 40 Ethereum and 1 Bitcoin, you guys have a total portfolio value of $32,600. So if you take into consideration Bitcoin equivalents, you guys have a 2.17 Bitcoin equivalents. Obviously, you're still well short from your Bitcoin equivalents required for retirement. So if you were to take the difference, that is going to be actually, let's see here. Let's take the difference of 3.17 to 2.17. So you would still need a 1.54. You would still need to buy 1.54 Bitcoin between now and the next bull run. Now, for many of you guys, accumulating 1.54 Bitcoin, especially Bitcoin price keeps on going up, it's going to be extremely hard accumulating 1.5 Bitcoin in the next year or two. It's going to be extremely hard. So the only way you can do that, guys, is to increase your alpha against Bitcoin. So let's look at the chart again. My conservative target for this ratio, assuming this price level here, my conservative target is going to be roughly around at these levels here, guys. So roughly around 200%. So 200% is going to be a 3x against Bitcoin. So if we had our portfolio like this, and we were to triple this Bitcoin equivalence because we have it in Ethereum, so we would have 3.52 there if this Ethereum that we had, the 40 Ethereum were the 200% against Bitcoin. And then obviously we would just have 1 Bitcoin. That's not going to change, 1 Bitcoin. So now, guys, our new Bitcoin equivalent is going to be 4.52. So if you guys see here, just without even accumulating more Bitcoins, without even accumulating more Ethereum, you guys were able to increase your Bitcoin equivalence by just trading in and out of crypto. So essentially, like using this 4.52 Bitcoin equivalents times my price target is, let's say 95,000. You guys just increase your portfolio to a $429,000 potential instead of this, forecasted base rate that we have of 352. So that's almost a not quite 100,000, but almost $100,000 difference there just by reallocating your portfolio towards Ethereum. Now, guys, I'm not gonna sit here and preach to you guys, you guys should definitely buy alts like small caps, like Yearn Finance, Uniswap. I do hold a little bit of Yearn Finance, Uniswap, but I wouldn't be able to sleep at night having majority of my portfolio in a small cap coin that's not Bitcoin or Ethereum. So for me, Bitcoin and Ethereum is going to be my safe play. If I want boost against Bitcoin, then I buy Ethereum. I'm not gonna dump 50% of my portfolio into some small cap coin that I don't know how it's gonna perform dumping 50% into Cardano, YeFi. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night, guys. All right, guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. In the next video, I'm gonna give you guys more details on my current portfolio right now, especially with my move from Bitcoin to Ethereum. My portfolio has changed dramatically, guys. So I now have Ethereum taking over a lot of my portfolio. So right now, my portfolio is basically heavily allocated towards Ethereum. I still have a good chunk of Bitcoin, of course. I always have Granddaddy in my portfolio, Granddaddy Bitcoin, digital gold. But guys, so next video update, so stay tuned. I'm gonna reveal my brand new cryptocurrency portfolio, which has Ethereum as its majority holding. All right, guys, I definitely appreciate it. If you guys haven't liked my video already, give my video a like for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, guys. I'll see you next time.